So it's that time again where I give myself a headache. I go for the permutations, the predictions of who finishes where in the Rugby Championship. And the big question is, of course, can anyone beat the BOKS? In my immediate match report, I thought they'd pretty much won the Rugby Championship. But mathematically, we can see that's not quite so. But my God, they're in a strong position. Anyway, let's play out the first permutation, which, as normal, is the one that I think is most likely to happen. Of course, there's loads of different things that could happen. This is one thing that I could see happening, and I did it first without even putting on South Africa's points, just to show you, in this most likely prediction from myself, they win even without any points from their games. But of course, that's not going to happen. So I'm saying that the Wallabies, they go down 5-0 twice, bonus point losses to the All Blacks, even at home. Maybe the Wallabies could get something at home, I don't know, a bonus point maybe with a tight loss, but I can't see it on form at the moment. The way they fell apart against Argentina, that's pretty devastating. They're obviously going to want to come back, but the All Blacks have been okay. They've been pretty close to South Africa. They haven't been better than South Africa, but they've been close, and I can see them winning both of those games. And the Wallabies, they stay on those 4 points with that one solitary tight win against Argentina in the rain when they came back. Then we've got Argentina versus the Springboks, one at home for Argentina, one away in South Africa. Maybe they get a losing bonus point in South Africa. I can't see them winning. It could be amazingly intense. If they do get a win, we'll come into that, but I think the Springboks win both of those, maybe picking up 9 points. And when you add in those form predictions, from my point of view, that leaves South Africa sitting pretty, 6 from 6. They obviously win on 27 points, but New Zealand do get second with 17, Argentina on 11, and Australia on 4. Now, another thing we can see from the table as it stands is that with 10 points on offer, New Zealand, they just can't catch them. So what about Argentina? They are the only team that could catch South Africa. What's the minimum the Pumas need to win the Rugby Championship? And first of all, we have to note how the tournament works. If a team finishes on the same points, then they go for the most games won. If that's the same, they go to the most games won between those two sides. Now, there's other ways to finish level on points with bonus points, but let's go with this one. However they do it, they have to beat South Africa twice to be level on points, and then according to the rules of the competition, Argentina would win because they'd have won that mini-series 2-0. So very simple for Argentina. They have to win both the games against the Springboks. But back to a more realistic world, one win for the BOKS would be plenty, or even if they lost both and they got a bonus point, that may well be enough as well. So yes, in essence, the BOKS probably have won the Rugby Championship, and the rest are scrabbling for those scraps at the Springbok table. So what about Australia? What can they do to try and not finish bottom? Well, let's say they beat the All Blacks at home in a tight game. Could that move them off the bottom spot? No, it couldn't. It would be a phenomenal turnaround, but it still wouldn't be enough. They'd have to win both those games. So for fun, let's just model this one tight win for Australia at home to New Zealand, and yes, they still finish last on 8 points, and New Zealand actually still finish second, even in this scenario, if Australia beat them. So back to my most likely form prediction, my conclusion is we probably already know how this is going to go, and probably the order that they're going to finish in, but predictions make fools of us all. But I am expecting South Africa to break that New Zealand stranglehold on the title of the Rugby Championship, New Zealand to take second, Argentina third, and Australia that solitary tight comeback win in the rain. But anyway, let me know if I've got anything wrong here. It could happen, and let me know what scenario you see happening. I'd love to know. Like, subscribe if you're into these sorts of videos, and I'll catch you next time.